Welcome back to Cryptos Are Us. I'm George. We're all George. Today, I want to give you guys another compelling reason why you should be loading up on Bitcoin. This is actually pretty concerning, something that's been building up for quite some time, and I'm going to share with you what that is today. First of all, you could see Bitcoin's at 28,300, so Bitcoin is still holding very well. And yesterday, we had a little bit of excitement. We see that spike up all the way up to 29,200 and it came back down, right? I'm going to try to explain what that's all about. Look at this. China, Brazil strikes deal to ditch dollar. Okay. Are we now starting to see the dollar become useless or worthless or basically no longer valuable? So that is what we're starting to see. It's a trend that's been brewing for quite some time. And right now, especially, it does seem like China is making big moves. So according to this, now the trade between China and Brazil will not be done in USD, will be done in their own currency. But I'm guessing more likely most with China's yuan. And this comes right after the fact that China and Russia decided to do the same thing because of all the sanctions against Russia. Russia's like, screw the USD, let's just go and trade with, rubles or yuan. So it's starting to happen already, okay? We're starting to hear about entire countries now no longer using USD to trade and to make purchases and for exports. Now, on top of this, of course, you guys know there's a lot of fear about banks and overspending and overprinting and all that stuff, right? That brings me to this. The USD has been a world reserve currency for over 100 years now. But if you look at all the previous world reserve currencies, they all fell around this time. Look at going back all the way to the 1450s. Portugal's they lasted 80 years for their currency. Spain, 110 years. Netherlands, 80 years. France, 95 years. Britain, 105 years. United States, right now, it's about 110, a little bit more than 110. But why did all these currencies fail as reserve currencies? Well, they all failed because of this, because of overprinting, because too much money started circulating and devalued everything and made everything worthless. Okay, so just look at this. Since the creation of Federal Reserve in 1913, the buying power of a dollar has done this, and this only goes to 2013. If this continued another 10 years to today, 2023, that would be like at 1 cent. This is the reason why currencies fail, why they fail being a world reserve currency. And we're starting to see that happen with Russia and China and now with Brazil. Brazil is an absolutely huge country, massive amount of trades coming in and out. So we are seeing possibly the start or demise of the USD. Now, why am I saying this? What does that have to do with Bitcoin? Well, this could be the reason why Bitcoin is on course for the best quarter since 2021. There are a lot of people that are seeking alternatives like Bitcoin. People are just not trusting dollar, not trusting banks. So they're turning to something better like Bitcoin. That is why Bitcoin is still holding very well at 28,000. It looks like it wants to break 30,000 in the near future, right? But this is the other reason why you should be buying Bitcoin right now, because we may be seeing the death of the dollar. Spike up to 29,000 and then the spike down. Well, it could be due to some leverage plays. If you look at the liquidations, look at that. You have short liquidation, long liquidation, almost equal, by the way. Look at this. About 25 million shorts liquidated and about 24 million longs liquidated. You know who wins with these liquidations? Exchanges. So basically, the shorts got wrecked, longs got wrecked, but the exchanges won because they collect the fees. So that's what happened yesterday. I don't know what made this pump up. It could have been this headline news and people turned to Bitcoin. It could have been a whale. It could have been something else. Or it could have been the fact that there's some shenanigans going on due to options expiration that's coming up this Friday. Right? At end of the month, that's actually tomorrow. So it could be due to those things. But regardless, what doesn't change is this. Bitcoin cannot be inflated. Bitcoin cannot be manipulated. You cannot apply monetative easing or tightening to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still approaching its next halving event, which is only 400 days away. And that is coming in around March or April of 2024. And every time Bitcoin approaches that halving event, it does a really good recovery. And every time afterwards, well, you know what happened in 2021 and you know what happened in 2017. Well, at least some of you guys do. Good things start to happen. So we are still on our way, and the fundamentals of Bitcoin have never been better. Here's the example, the hash rate. The hash rate is at an all-time high. Look at the price. Even though the price is not at all-time high, the hash rate is. So the fundamentals of Bitcoin continue to get better. And here's the on-chain metric that shows you what's about to happen versus some of the previous bottoms, previous cycles, right? As we're approaching the next halving event, you could see that's when Bitcoin really starts moving upwards